Hey, welcome back to 5-minute breathing and meditation with OMC, the voice. That's me, out of my shell, the voice. Today we will be breathing through depression. As always, I hope you're in a spot that is quiet and safe, of course. If you're not, take a moment now to find a space that is comfortable and quiet in your dwelling or wherever you are. And so we're going to scan our bodies. We're going to take a moment to focus on this physical house that we dwell in. So let's start at the top of your head and just think about whether or not you've been housing stress or strain or headache. And if so, at this moment, just consider, have you been having negative thoughts? Have they been sad, overwhelming thoughts? Right now, just think about beautiful things. Think about wonderful, positive things. Think about being alive right now. Think about the connection that we have right now, me to you. Think about God's love for you. And breathe through, intentionally breathe through thinking of your head and any unwanted stress or strain. Think about God's love for you. Scan down to your eyes. Are your eyes tired? Have they been fixated on the dangers and the terrors of the world? Bad news. Let's think about good, beautiful, lovely, positive things. Think about a baby's smile. Think about a tree, the leaves blowing in the wind, almost whistling on a beautiful spring or summer day. And breathe through it. Imagine yourself in your favorite environment. If that's out on the water, in a canoe, walking through a forest or a park, whatever it is, wherever you find joy, think about that and breathe through that. And send that into your sinus passages and send it into your mouth. Have you been speaking negative things? Have you been speaking those negative thoughts? Let's speak right now. I am loved. I am purposeful. I have joy. I bring joy. I am an atmosphere changer. What about your ears? Have you not been guarding your ears and your eyes, and so negative things have infiltrated? Just focus on the sound of my voice, telling you that you are loved, you are necessary, you are needed in this earth. Let's intentionally breathe and stretch out your neck. If there's any tension there, rotate it safely. Stretch it out, your shoulders, your arms, your elbows, your forearms, your wrists, your hands, your fingers. Let's breathe through all of that. Down to your sides and your chest, your rib cage, your stomach. If there's anything unsettling, if there's any anxiety that you feel, focus on that area right now and send beautiful thoughts. Remind yourself that God will never leave nor forsake you. Remind yourself that God told us that we don't have the spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. Remind yourself and reassure yourself of God's presence in your life, in your room, in your environment right now. Travel down to your hips. If there's any stress or strain, stretch it out and breathe through it. Down to your thighs and your knees, your kneecaps, your shins, your calves, your ankles, your feet, your toes. Wiggle your toes to remind yourself that you're alive. And if you're alive, you have the ability to change things. Life is never perfect, but as long as we're living, we can change things. And if we can't change the things, we can change our thoughts about the things. We can change our positioning concerning the things. So this breathing and meditation is not to ignore what you're going through. It is to remind you that you can make it through it, honestly. There is nothing worth your life. The only thing that's worthy of your life is fulfilling God's will over your life and your purpose every single day. So let's dive into the breathing. We'll do 3 rounds of breathing. In through the nose for 5, hold for a count of 3, and then release from the mouth for a count of 8. As always, I'll ask you to place your right hand on your heart, your left hand on your rib cage. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's do that again. Again. Today we're reading a few scriptures. I'll add them to the screen. You can place your hand on your heart, your right hand, and your left hand on your rib cage, and just listen to God's reminders to you. As you travel through this space of darkness and hopelessness, it's my prayer that you are reminded that you're loved and your life has a purpose. And if everyone else forsakes you, if everyone else leaves you, God still loves you and you still have a purpose. Psalm 34:17 through 18. When the righteous cry for help, the Lord hears and delivers them out of their troubles. The Lord is near to the brokenhearted and saves the crushed in spirit. Isaiah 41:10. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. And then Matthew 11:28. I love the scripture. Come to me, all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. See, no matter what you're going through, and as I say that, I know what you're going through could be a lot. Believe me, I get it. I've been through a lot. But I am here to remind you that because you're breathing, God can change your circumstances. He has not left you. He is right there with you. There is nothing too hard for Him to do. Yes, it will require some work and some determination from you. God is there. He will never leave you. He's a very present help in your times of trouble. His strength is made perfect in your weakness. If you are feeling weak, that's a perfect time for God to be strong in you. If you are dealing with depression, I'm sorry you're going through this. But I promise you, you can get through it. This does not have to be your end. Your purpose is still the same. He still gifted you and called you, and you are amazing in His sight. He can still use you. He still loves you. You can still benefit the earth. You can have joy in this lifetime. And if you will focus on a few of those scriptures, and then you can search the scripture and find your own, of course. And if you need help, reach out to someone for help. If there is no one, please dial 800-273-8255. We're going to breathe again using the 538 breathing method to breathe in God's love and hold it in our hearts and release all of that stress and depression and hopelessness through our mouths. Yes, it's symbolic, but if you do it enough, not just today, if you do it every time you're thinking about giving up, if you do it every time you're feeling depressed, I promise you it will help you. So on the count of 3, right hand near your heart, left hand on your rib cage. 1, 2, 3. Again. And again. Again, if you or someone you know needs help, please dial 800-273-8255. Thank you and be blessed.